Hello, my name is Dakota Thompson, and today I'm going to be giving you a guide to amusement parks. The first thing I would like to do is give you an introduction, some questions we're going to be asking today, such as what is an amusement park, what are your options, what should you bring, when should you go, where should you go, and stuff like that. My credibility is in the past year, I've been to 5 amusement parks, including Kings Island and all of Disney World. So, what is an amusement park? An amusement park is a very large area, typically 100 acres or more. It's packed with these large rides. They can be wooden, metal, roller coaster, hydraulic drop towers. Typically, they bring a thrill, and they're either tall, fast, or scary, something such as that. There are games and shops wherever you go, so it's a good idea to bring extra money, but some of the shops are more expensive than typical to get some of the merchandise for the shops. For the parks. And then it's a very fun, colorful environment there, but you'll have to deal with a lot of people. Here are some pros and cons. Some pros are the adrenaline rush you get from the rides and just being in an amusement park in general. A lot of times you'll go with your family and friends, so it's a good bonding experience to go to a park. They often offer some unique cuisine that's where the big turkey leg stereotype comes from. But also, if you're not prepared to branch out, one would say you could go and get probably McDonald's, Chick-fil-A. They also have chain restaurants within the parks. And you get to socialize from people from different areas. A lot of people travel to these amusement parks from far out. So you get to see what life is kind of for people not in your area. And then it's a promise. 9 times out of 10, you will have fun. And some cons, rides aren't for everybody. Some people think they're too scary. Some people don't like the adrenaline rush you may get. A lot of people get anxiety around rides, so it might not be for you, but it's worth a shot. Prices, like I said, is a large con. Everything seems to be bumped up at least 10% when you go for to the parks. And general admission, sometimes tickets are upwards of $100. Usually they're $50 to $70 depending on what package you get. You can get different packages like the Speed Pass and stuff like that. Another con is wait times. According to SimSource Inc., you could be waiting from 15 minutes all the way up to 2 hours. So it is a sacrifice, but it's worth it in the end. And then another con is weather. Sometimes it'll be rainy. Lightning can shut a ride down for up to hours. Other times it's so unbearably hot. And then crowds. Some people's anxiety spikes up when they go to amusement parks because how many people they're around so constantly. There's not really a way to get away from the crowd unless you leave the park. Some options for parks you can go to are like Kings Island, Cedar Point, Dollywood, and all Disney parks. Those are some of the most popular, but that's nowhere near what you're limited to. There are over 400 parks in the U.S., according to visittheusa.com. And if you're not prepared for the big, huge crowds or the big, huge parks, you can go to smaller local parks sometimes. Like West Virginia has one called Camden Park. It is not too large at all, no big rides, and it's more of a relaxed environment. Preparation is key, so a list of items on what you should bring. Definitely a bag, whether it be a purse or a drawstring. You can't take them on the rides. They'll have little lockers or totes that you can put them in while you're on the rides, but you definitely need it to carry around your merchandise or whatever you want to bring to the park. Another thing is snacks, but more importantly than snacks, you need to bring water. You're going to be out there for hours at a time, so hydration is key if you want to have a peak experience. Rain protection is important, whether it be an umbrella or a hoodie. You just want to protect yourself from the weather as much as possible. And on top of that, sunscreen is always a good idea. Sure, a tan is nice, but you never want to be burnt. And you need shoes that are good for walking. I cannot stress this enough. You'll be walking constantly for most likely 8 hours. www.wdinfo.com tells you that you're most likely walking from 8 to 12 miles that day. So you'll definitely need an outfit that suits walking. And then at least, I would say, $60 to $70 extra a person for whatever merchandise they may want to bring and whatever food they feel they need. There's different times when's good to go, when's not good to go. I suggest fall because the temperature is nice, which a lot of people think that, so the crowds will be a little bit larger. Rosen in 7600.com suggests late winter or late spring. That's when the crowds are the least, but you might have to deal with too cold of temperatures or maybe some rain if you go that route. And then at all costs, avoid summer. Summer is packed always. Ride wait lengths are almost always over an hour and a half, so you have to be prepared. And then here's my works cited. Thank you.